Hello students, welcome to the Java class. In this video, we are going to see lab program 5. The question is program to demonstrate use of implementing interfaces. So in this example, we are going to see how to implement interfaces. So in our previous video, we have seen what is an interface. So what is an interface? So interface doesn't have a standard definitions. So based on the usage, we can define an interface. So what is the first definition of an interface? Any service requirement specification is considered as an interface. So what is the second definition? Any contract between a client and a service provider is considered as an interface. Next, how to define interface? To define interface, we should use interface keyword. So interface. So I will take interface name as edible. Yes. Next, interface should contain what? So interface should contain specifications. So specification in the terms of methods. So here I will take a method as string how to eat. Okay. Next. So what is the first point? First point to be remembered is by default every method inside interface is public and abstract. Even though we are not specifying, by default all the interface methods are public and abstract. This how to it method is public and abstract. Here we are not specifying public and abstract explicitly. Even though we are not specifying it, by default it is public and abstract. Next, we have defined an interface. So what is the next step? The next step is we should provide an implementation for this interface methods. So who is responsible to provide an implementation for interface methods? Classes are responsible to provide an implementation for the interface methods. So I will declare a class as class broccoli. Class broccoli. So what is broccoli? Broccoli is a kind of vegetable which is similar to cauliflower. Okay. Next, class broccoli. This broccoli should implement which interface? This should implement edible interface. So implements edible. So now this class is responsible to implement this how to eat method. So inside this broccoli class, I should provide an implementation for how to eat. So how to eat broccoli? So public. Next, what is the return type? String. Next, how to eat. Within this, we are supposed to provide an implementation for how to eat method for broccoli class. So how to eat broccoli? Return by stirring and stir and frying it, we can eat broccoli. Next, I will take one more class. I will take it as chicken. Next, chicken implements edible. Next, within this chicken class, we should provide implementation for how to eat method. So public string how to eat. Next, return. So how to eat chicken? By frying it. So fry it and eat the chicken. Next, I will take one more class duck implements edible. Next, within this class I should override how to eat method. So public string how to eat. Next, return. So how to eat a duck? We can eat a duck by roasting it. So roast it. Next, I will take one more class bat implements edible. Class bat implements edible. Now I should override which method? I should override how to eat method. Public string how to eat. So how to eat a bat? Return how to eat bat. So do not eat bat. So do not eat bat. Why we should not eat bat? Because it spreads corona. Do not eat bat because it spreads corona. Next, I will take one more class. Class pig implements edible. So I should override how to eat method. Public string how to eat. So how to eat a pig? Return. So do not eat pig. Why? Do not eat pig. Why we should not eat pig? Because it spreads what? H1N1. Next, we have defined an interface. We have defined an interface and we have provided a implementation for interface methods in various classes. Now we are supposed to call those methods. To call those methods, I will create a main function. To create a main function, I will declare one more class. Class interface demo. Within this class, I will create a main function. Public static void main string array args. Now, so what is the first class we created? Broccoli. Broccoli b is equal to new broccoli. I am creating an object of broccoli. Why? To call how to eat method. System dot out dot println. So we can eat broccoli by, we should call which method? B dot how to eat method. How to eat. Next. So what is the next class we have created? So what is our next class? It is chicken. Chicken c is equal to new chicken. Next, system dot out dot println. So we can eat chicken by plus b dot how to eat. Next, what is the next class? The next class is duck. Duck d is equal to new duck. Next, system dot out dot println. We can eat duck by plus, so it is c dot how to eat. Next, here it is d dot how to eat. Next, so what is the next class? Bat. So bat, so b is already there. I will create ba is equal to new bat. Next, system dot out dot println ba dot how to eat. Next, what is the next class? Pig. Pig p is equal to new pig. Next, system dot out dot println p dot how to eat. Next, save this, compile the code. So what is the file name? Interface demo. So java c interface demo.java. Next, compile java space interface demo. So this is the output. So what is output? We can eat broccoli by stir and frying it. Next, we can eat chicken by frying it. Next, we can eat duck by roasting it. Next, do not eat bat, it spreads corona. Next, do not eat pig, it spreads H1N1. So what is an interface? Interface is any service requirement specification. So here, how to eat method acts as a requirement for edible interface. So this is a requirement. How to eat method is a requirement for edible interface. Next, who is responsible to provide an implementation for interface methods? An implementation class. An implementation class is responsible to provide an implementation for interface methods. So how a class can implement an interface? A class can implement an interface by using implements keyword. So then inside this class we are supposed to override the interface methods. So inside the implementation class, what we are supposed to do? Inside the implementation class, we are supposed to override the interface methods. Inside the interface, we are just declaring the methods. Next, inside the implementation class, we are providing the implementation, or we are overriding the interface methods. So for broccoli, how to eat specification is stirring and fry it. For chicken, how to eat specification is fry it. For duck, how to eat specification is roast it. For bat, what is the specification? Do not eat bat, it spreads corona. Similarly for pig, how to eat specification is do not eat pig, it spreads H1N1. I hope that you got an idea about interface. So if you have any doubts, please contact me.